Hello, hello, everybody. It is that sweet sound of royalty-free funk music, which means that it must be time for Come On Down, You're Already Here. That's right. It's the safely socially distanced game show that takes place from inside of my house to inside of your house. It's the chance for, even in quarantine, for everyone to play games and win. And this week, we have a special edition of the show. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and we have a lot of surprises. But first, live from Zoom USA, come on down. You're already here. All right, today on the show, we have an incredible lineup of panelists. I'm so excited for you to see them. We have two hilarious comedians. They are incredible. People who have worked at The Onion, written for Clickhole, wrote an incredible, hilarious podcast for Conan. Two of the funniest people around, two of the nicest people around. Our celebrity panelists for today, they are Katie Yeiser. Come on down. You're already here. Hi, Katie. Come on down.
Hi.
Hello.
I did it.
You did it. Hi. Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and where are you in the world today?
I'm in my apartment in Los Angeles, and here with you out in the internet.
Great, I love it. And let's bring in our other celebrity guest for today, also from The Onion and Clickhole, Noah Prestwich. Noah Prestwich, come on down. You're already here.
Howdy.
Hello. Noah, where are you in the world?
I'm at my girlfriend's apartment in Riverside right now.
Okay, so also shit. California?
Very
but
hot.
Slightly different, a different county.
Yes, a different county.
Well, we have folks in the chat from all over the country. We've got, including Canada, so multiple countries. And we've got coast to coast covered. A first thing that we're going to do on the show, as we always do, is we are going to start with impressive accomplishments. So what is something that you did this week that, whether it's big or small, that feels like it was an accomplishment? And also, if you're in the chat at any point, feel free to just be commenting. We'll talk and we'll pull you in too. So what's something that you did that felt like an impressive accomplishment in the chat and also from our panelists? I'll start. I did, for 3 days in a row, I put my phone in another room and worked independent from my phone for 3 hours. And it was, feels so small, but oh my gosh, it was unbelievable how much more work I got done. So I feel like I've started to crack the crippling cycle of phone addiction that I have. What about you two? Katie, what's an impressive accomplishment for your week?
My impressive accomplishment was I begrudgingly and half-heartedly decided to move to Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made a decision. Is your lease up or you're just deciding for the future?
I'm on a month-to-month lease, which one would argue is stupid to get out of, and signed a one-year long lease. But it's COVID, and I would like a little cheaper rent for like as long as COVID's around. Why not save?
I think that's great. Yeah. That's smart. That's smart, and makes sense. I feel like that's an impressive accomplishment. Also, you have a dog. You have a new dog, so you need space. A dog named Skunk.
You get to drive on that crazy freeway that's like 2 lanes and like meant for cars from the 1920s.
Well, I didn't know about this. I have to get out of this lease now. I can't drive.
Noah, what about you? What's your impressive accomplishment for this week?
My impressive accomplishment is very dumb, but I became a billionaire in my video game tycoon game.
Okay.
Where you create video games, and my Where'd You Go Bernadette video game was a massive success. It sold millions of dollars.
I mean, becoming a billionaire in any form is pretty impressive, and this is the form that's least likely to end with you having your head chopped off by a guillotine. So I feel like
exactly. This is a low stakes situation to get $1 billion, and it feels great.
In the chat, Sheena from Canada made a fake bouquet of flowers. That's pretty impressive. Katie moved a couch out of her living room. Will Bellamy is telling you that freeway is the 110, and people are impressed by Sheena. If you have other impressive accomplishments, please feel free to share them. Otherwise, we're just going to keep moving right along. So today on the show, we have our two comedian guests They're going to be playing some games with us. We also are doing Teacher Appreciation Week. So here's what that means. Our contestants are both going to be teachers, and that means that for sure a teacher is going to win. And this is demonstrating that you can celebrate teachers remotely. You don't have to put them in person and make them martyrs and kill them with a horribly infectious disease to appreciate teachers. You could call them heroes from anywhere. Just a totally coincidental point that I'm trying to make that has nothing to do with the news. So we're going to get started with our first round. And our first round is a game. Oh, actually, I forgot. Before we get into the actual games, I used to teach 5th grade. And one of the teachers who's going to be playing today is a teacher who I taught with, who's great, Katie. And when I was teaching 5th grade, I got to see a lot of amazing student work. So I thought I would start off Teacher Appreciation Week by showing you some of my favorite examples of real student work at the school that I taught at that both I and other teachers have assembled. But these are all real from one school in Boston. So first piece of work that I think is fantastic. And again, if you're in the chat, please be commenting, please be talking. We're going to respond to you as well. And Noah and Katie, at any point, feel free to jump in. We're going to have some games with you, but we may take you off video so we can have people go full screen. But at any point, we'll be able to hear from you. Okay, so show your work. Here we go. First one. Lacey and Jen were playing basketball. Jen scored 89 points and Lacey scored 98 points. Jen said she was the winner. What would you say to Jen and Lacey? This is a classic story problem. This child wrote, Jen, it's okay. You lost. You can win. We'll win next time. Which is, I feel like this student just proved that they're an incredible human and a terrible mathematician. But what a lovely answer. Jen, it's okay. You win next time.
This basketball game also must have lasted 4 hours.
Yeah, this is a high scoring one-on-one basketball game.
An incredible game.
Okay, next up. I am sorry, but my pencil is not working. Incredible. This is written in pencil, spelled both pencil and working wrong. But I love the boldness of the excuse, my pencil's not working, written in pencil.
This is a bold gambit. It seems like maybe didn't pay off, but I respect it.
Yes, it's incredible. I love it. And last one, this is probably my favorite. This is another math worksheet. Name the following shapes. Amy and Gabriella. You can't say they did it wrong. That is a first grader who named those shapes. That's Amy and that's Gabriella. Prove her wrong. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, now we're going to get into our first game, Forbidden Drawings. So let me introduce you to our first panelist. I was just talking about her. She is incredible. One of the best kindergarten teachers in the world, I would say. She's truly an incredible kindergarten teacher. And we taught together in Boston, and I'm so glad that she's here on the show. I haven't seen her in person in a long time. So Katie Willette, come on down. You are already here. Hi, Katie. Hello. Can we hear you? I'm not sure we can hear you. No, we can't hear you. But if you're not
Hear me now?
Now we can. There you go. Hi, Katie.
All right.
Katie, where are you in the world right now?
I am in Malden, Massachusetts.
All right, Malden's representing. I think you're our first contestant from Malden. We've had many of the Boston area, but first ever from Malden.
Nice.
Katie, I think maybe one of those photos was actually some from a student in your class, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those shapes named Gabriella.
Yes.
Those are my kids, yeah.
I feel like that was.
As if we didn't practice 5 sides and 6 sides every day.
Okay, so Katie, here's how this first game is going to work that you're going to be playing. You are going to be playing a game called Forbidden Drawings. So okay. I'm going to have you, we're going to have a team Katie here. So Noah, I'm going to drop you out. So it's going to be Katie and Katie. And how this is going to work is Katie Willette, you are going to use Zoom's whiteboard feature. I'm going to give you the power to draw. You are going to draw something that used to be allowed, but now is no longer allowed in the age of coronavirus. And Katie Yeiser is going to try and guess what you're drawing. There's no penalty for wrong guesses. So we're going to see how that goes. So Katie Yeiser, what I need you to do is turn around so you can't see the computer screen for just a moment. Okay. And Mary Cat in the chat, Mary Cat from the Cambridge Science Festival is saying that she goes to Malden for bubble tea. Great spot for bubble tea.
Nice. Good. Lots of bubble tea.
Okay. So here's what you are going to be drawing, Katie O. You are going to be drawing.
Oh.
Okay. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Katie Iser, you can turn back around now.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the power to draw, KDO. And okay, now if you move your mouse and click, you should be able to draw. And your time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Math. A rock. We can no longer scream. We can no longer sing.
It's so close. Combine
We
them.
can no longer yell. Kiss.
Where are they?
Stick big mouths on top of each other. Plus screaming plus stars. Go to a bar at night.
You said mass at first. Where are they?
The mask are off of their face.
No, you said mass.
Hang out without masks on.
They're inside. They're inside. What kind of building are they in?
Shit. What's it called where there's the stars on the ceiling? Is that what we're talking about? That kind of building?
Nope. You know the name of this one.
A church.
Yes. And what are they doing inside the church that you're not allowed to do?
Singing.
It's
Praying. Singing a song about God.
What are the people who do that inside of a church called? What's that group of people called?
Choir.
That's right. It's a church choir.
Oh,
okay. Oh, I won't say that we didn't lead that horse to water, but you know what? We got Katie Iser to drink.
Good job.
I'm curious, Katie. Oh, it seemed like this was you were going for a little bit of an interfaith sort of situation. You almost had Jewish stars in the church.
Oh.
I want to include everyone.
Yes, a bunch of headless people screaming their hair right off.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
I think
Katie, I also liked that you guys you were you give all sorts of guesses there, but you went on an emotional journey.
Yeah, I think my horrifying evangelical upbringing blocked me from recognizing churches anymore.
Yes. And also, as Sarah is commenting in the chat, this was a Unitarian church choir. That's why they had Jewish stars up as well.
It's a Catholic school girl. We just went.
Okay, we're gonna you two stick around. We're gonna play some more games with both of you. But first, let's bring in our other team. We are going to now see our next panelist. He is our next contestant. He is a history teacher here in Los Angeles. And not only is he a history teacher, he made one of the most fantastic podcasts. I can't recommend it enough. It is a podcast about American history. It's called All the Presidents, Man. All the Presidents, Man. And he made it where he just sat and told the story of America president by president. That's how good of a history teacher he is. And they just cut it so that it is each episode is one president. It's it's hilarious. I learned so much. I really recommend listening to it. It's free. It's wherever podcasts are. All the Presidents, Man. Let's welcome celebrity history teacher, all around great guy, Will Bellamy. Come on down. You are already here. Hello. Hi, Will.
Hi. It's great to be here.
I'm so glad to have you here. And I'm correct in saying that you are in Los Angeles at the moment, right?
I am in beautiful Eagle Rock, California.
All right. So listen, this is kind of, in some ways, this is an East Coast versus West Coast teacher conflict here. We have the team Katie, and now we're going to have team Noah and Will. So we're going to bring Will back in. Sorry, you're right here. We're going to bring Noah back in. And you're going to be using, same thing, you're going to be using a whiteboard. Let's get rid of our Unitarian choir. Noah, I need you to turn around so you can't see the screen for one moment. Okay, Will, you're going to be drawing this, something that used to be allowed but no longer is allowed, and that is
okay.
Noah, you can turn back, and I'm going to give you, Will, the power to control the screen in just one moment.
Great.
And now if you click and move your mouse, you should be able to draw, and your time starts now. Noah, no penalty for wrong guesses, so give us the narration.
Cool. So this is looking like some sort of giant, beautiful mountain. Well, now I'm thinking maybe it's a sort of a road or a snake, perhaps. We have, is it a railroad? Maybe those look like railroad tracks. Are we gonna see a that is looking like a sailboat on. Okay, is this a mine cart? This is looking like a mine cart of sorts.
Something that's not allowed anymore, but it used to be allowed. Not a sailboat or a mine cart.
Sailboats and mine carts are allowed during COVID. This is amusement parks. Going to amusement parks.
And
maybe.
what are they
going
on?
to Disneyland. Going. What are the amusement parks on?
What's this
They're
called?
on a roller coaster.
That's right.
Chris.
It's a roller coaster. Bam! We got it. Oh, good job.
To be fair, mine carts are another kind of roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm not sure that minecart is a synonym for roller coaster in anyone's world, except for yours. But otherwise, pretty fantastic work there. You did get it. I love that your first guess when you saw that, you kind of correctly nailed all the parts of it. You're like, it's a track. It's a track over a mountain. It's people riding a track. It's a sailboat. That was your next step. It
looked like a sailboat to me, Chris. I go off of instinct.
Yes, I love that. It was incredible work here. So we're going to take a quick pause with both of you, and then we're going to get back in the game. But congratulations, both of you, really impressive and speedy. Okay, we're going to come back for another round. First, though, if you've seen the show before, you know that we, over the weeks of doing this, I thought it was going to be a short-term show. Turns out we're in it for the long haul. So as this show has gone on, the regulars in the audience have kind of become a much more crucial part of the show. And in fact, the show has changed because now they're integral to the actual show itself. So if you've watched before, you know that we now have a recurring segment where Sheena from Canada comes on in and she shows us her giant rabbit and then tells us bunny facts about rabbits. I don't believe that she has her rabbit with her today, but Sheena, we are going to hear some bun facts from you. So Sheena, I believe Sheena's actually reporting from the road. She emailed me to tell me that she was going to be reporting from a surprise location. So Sheena, you're going to get promoted to panelist and come on down. You are already here. Our Canadian correspondent, an expert on rabbits. This is things that I would have never expected would be part of my comedy career, but here we are. Sheena, I'm going to go, let's go full screen. Hello, where are you? What's going on? Talk to us. Give us our weekly Sheena update.
I have to say bonjour, comment ça va? I am in Quebec right now. And right now I am celebrating my 8-year anniversary with the boyfriend. And
Félicitations!
we are at North America's largest indoor and outdoor spa.
Wow.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I have to show you guys quickly because this place is gorgeous. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. Here, hang on here. Oh, 1 second.
We're blinded by the pure Quebecois light.
Hang on here. I'm just trying to get there we go. Can you see?
I think, yep. Now we can see. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow. And look, your country did a good enough job at being competent. So you're allowed to go on vacations and have anniversary celebrations with your boyfriend. This is the humble brag of all humble brags.
There he is there. Say hello.
Hello. Bonjour. Congratulations. This is, wow. I mean, listen, he's dating a celebrity. It's important to know. You're now an American celebrity. And Sheena,
I love it.
Do you have a rabbit fact for us this week, or is rabbit or bun facts off because of anniversary celebrations?
No, I still will give you my regular bun fact for this week, minus my celebratory fun. And so this week's bun fact, which some of you might think it's a little bit disgusting or gross, but there's actually a reason for it. And it's all about rabbit poop.
Okay, we need it.
Their poop actually makes, and I am not joking, great beyond fertilizer for your plants, your vegetables, and it helps them grow immensely, and it makes your food and your plants look beautiful and taste good, believe it or not.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Sheena, thank you so much for taking a break from your anniversary celebrations to come in and report live about rabbit poop. It was truly an honor to have you here. We're so glad to see you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend there. It looks great.
I will. So as I oh my God, I can't even talk today. Shall say from Quebec, au revoir.
Au revoir.
And we'll see you guys next week.
A bientôt. Okay. Sheena's going back into the audience as an attendee. This is, listen, like I said, you never know what's going to happen in the show. I don't know. No one knows. This week we had a Canadian honor anniversary in a spa talk about rabbit poop and how it's great. This is, that's the kind of edge of your seat entertainment you get here at Come On Down, You're Already Here. Okay, before we get back into our game, the reason why we're doing the show is we're taking a little break from everything that's going on in the world to have some fun and give ourselves the ability to rest and recuperate, and then we go back out and make more change. But as we're having fun and we're taking care of our mental health, I want to make sure that we are making sure that everyone is able to take care of their mental health. So instead of paying for this show, instead of asking you to pay for buying a ticket, I would just ask that you donate whatever you think is fair to the National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network, a great organization making sure that everyone is able to get mental health care and specifically supporting queer and trans therapists of color. So you can give to them at that website right there, nqttcn.com. I'll also put this back up at the end of the show. And as I said, the first week we did this, people kind of sent me money directly so that I could match it. But this week and in future weeks, let's just send it straight to them, straight through their website. That makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, thanks. Check them out and support their work. And now let's get back into the game. So for this round, impress Noah and Katie. So each of our celebrity panelists, Noah and Katie, have given me a list of things, 3 things that they would be very impressed if our audience contestants had. And Katie, Willette, and Will, they're going to try and assemble as close to that object as they can. And they'll get points based on if they get close enough that we think it's going to count. So for example, if they ask for shoes, then if our panelists ask for shoes and they don't have shoes, sandals would work. I would be surprised if they didn't have shoes in their house. But I think you understand my example anyway. So let's bring in our first ones, Katie Yeiser and Katie Willette. Back to Team Katie for a moment. Okay, so Katie Yeiser, what is it that you want Katie, you want to see? You'd be impressed if Katie Willette could bring this and show it to us on camera. What's the first thing you'd want to see that you'd be impressed if she could show?
First thing would be a vacuum cleaner that is actually good.
Okay, go for it, Katie. You have 60 seconds to find a vacuum cleaner that's actually good. Now, Katie Yeiser, this sounds like you have a vacuum cleaner that's not actually good.
Yeah, I have. I've never owned a good vacuum cleaner. I've bought so many different ones. Vacuum cleaners just like move dirt around and smell like burnt dirt. And
look at that, the strongest, it literally says on the vacuum cleaner.
Strongest section of any vacuum.
You can't argue with that.
Wow.
I mean, you can't argue with that. Yeiser, that's gotta count.
I mean, can I ask one question? Is it actually the strongest of any vacuum?
It works pretty freaking good.
Can you, what's the brand? I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna take a picture of it so I can buy it because I need a new vacuum. Dyson.
It's fancy. That's gonna cost you, but it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. I have broke a vacuum every Christmas, and this one has lasted 4 or 5 Christmases.
Okay, wait, tell us how you break your vacuums every Christmas. What is it you do with them?
I leave my tree up way too long, and then I vacuum up the needles, and not so good.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Katie, is it possible for us to just get a little hint of that vacuum working? Can we see that vacuum?
Sure. Let's just turn my computer around.
Yeah.
And then when it works, does it smell like you've burned your carpet, or does it smell like nothing?
No, it smells like she's burned a Christmas tree down. It's full of pine needles.
Amazing. I mean, that's not bad. I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay. I love that we've actually become kind of an infomercial for Dyson vacuums now.
Yeah.
A fully backlit infomercial. That's what we're looking for.
I'm gonna buy one this weekend.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, there we go. Action shot.
I don't mind this. I feel like too the ones with the bowl at the bottom for whatever reason.
Like, you know, my house is not dirty, Chris.
Okay, I know. Yeah, you're a very clean person. So, okay, Katie, what else would you be impressed if Willette could pull out of her? You know, she has already an incredible vacuum. So probably whatever you say, she might be able to conjure out of thin air. What's next?
An air plant that you've had for at least 6 months that has no brown spots and no dead parts at all. It has to be.
Katie she's off. She's off and running. And remember, if you can't get the exact thing, it's as close as you can get. So once again, Yizer, I feel like this tells us that there's something about you.
I have so many.
Oh, those
I have this really big one.
And there's no brown spots. It's like completely alive and not dead. Wow. How do you do it? How often do you water?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
That doesn't kill it? That doesn't drown it?
No. Spray this every day.
See, I kill mine, and I thought you're only supposed to do it like once every 2 weeks.
No, every day.
Wow, I did not expect you to have that many actually successful.
I mean, I could take you on a tour. I have about 75 air plants in my house.
This has turned out to one Katie giving another Katie life advice so that she can become more functional. That's literally what this segment is now.
You soak them once a week, but you spray them every day.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sarah in North Carolina is asking, is Katie Y using this show for life hacks? And I think the answer is transparently yes.
Yes.
And Melissa saying Katie is a hella functional adult, which I assume is Katie O. It's got to be Katie O.
I hope so.
This is part therapy, part life coach. This is great.
Well, so far, not only are you 2 for 2, but you're like 2+. You're 4 for 2 almost at this point.
I mean, the other ones are hanging up, so I don't want to take them down.
No, we don't want to disturb. You got a beautiful money plant behind you. Okay, last one. Katie Y, what do you got for us?
A pet pig.
All right.
Hope she comes back with a 300-pound hog on a
And she's like, it's extremely healthy. This pig is house trained. It's a pig butler. It does my work for me.
He's like, sit, pig.
So I got these little, like, the 3-legged pigs.
Oh.
That you buy little trinkets.
Yes.
They're good luck.
I think we gotta count those. I think those count for sure. Yeah. That was very impressive. Katie, I think that you have perhaps done the best job of anyone ever at assembling the things that would impress our comedian panelists.
Do you understand that's how I taught on Zoom?
Yeah.
We just did scavenger hunts.
Yes. Well, it must have been, apparently it's working. Okay, so you're going to now move into the final round for sure. We'll see you in just a moment. And let's now bring in our other team. So let's bring back Noah and Will. And Noah and Will, we're going to play the same thing. I have to warn you before we start, Will, Noah is significantly harder to impress than Katie Yizer.
I'm just so impressed by KDO, and I feel like we don't have a chance. But I got some stuff in my house, so let's see.
I will say, based on I know what Noah's going to ask you for, and I think that you're not incorrect when you say you don't have a chance. But we're going to see how close you can get. Remember, for you, the key is going to be how close can you get to what he wants.
Okay.
Yeah, approximations are going to be what we're working with here.
Thanks,
today.
Katie.
Okay, Noah, what's the first thing you'd be really impressed if Will had in his house?
So the first thing that I would be really impressed if Will had in his house would be that breakfast Rube Goldberg from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I'll link in the chat right now. It's just a delightful device.
I do remember what
you sent that just to the panelists, but I'm going to send that to everybody.
Great.
I thought it looked kind of crazy.
Okay, I'm sending it to everyone so everyone can see it. Maybe don't watch that right now since we're already still on the computer.
Okay.
But what we're looking for is some sort of Rube Goldberg machine that serves you breakfast.
Yeah.
As close as you can get. Now, Noah, did you think that there was a chance that he would have a Rube Goldberg breakfast machine?
I was mainly interested in seeing him sort of improvise a Rube Goldberg device.
Yes, I'm also fascinated. Do you think you could pull one of these together in a limited amount of time?
I could do a very maybe like a very rudimentary one where I don't know, like an egg falls off of a
Okay,
shelf.
I already am impressed.
Okay, guys.
There we go.
This is an immersion blender for making soups that was given to me for my birthday. And yesterday, my roommates complained that I haven't been using it enough because they got it for me.
I think we're gonna say that is definitely Rube Goldberg breakfast machine adjacent.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's like a Rube Goldberg in one.
Yeah. Also, my wife Molly is saying in the chat that she sliced her finger open with one of those and had to get 7 stitches. So be very careful. The trick is always unplug it before you put your finger in to like scrape dough out. It's very bad. They're a common injury. So you got to be careful.
It's just for soup, Chris.
Yes, but you still make sure before you take it out, you unplug. Unplug first is the rule.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, Noah, what else would you be impressed?
The second item I would be impressed by is that Rembrandt that got stolen from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
Okay, so Will, can you show us a Rembrandt that has been stolen, or as close as you could get? Priceless stolen artwork.
This is great because that painting is still missing. So,
okay.
Oh,
it's a Kandinsky, and
nice.
Yeah.
And where did you steal it from?
I stole it from one of those internet websites where they take people's art and just print it on canvas, and I don't think Kandinsky got any money for it.
Okay. I think he's actually getting closer as we go. I thought this was a harder one, but that feels, Noah, what do you think? I think that feels close. Are you impressed?
I'm very satisfied with that response. Yeah.
It was a late night.
Pretty good.
Okay, I love it. So next up then, what is the last thing that you would be impressed by, Noah? Last one.
So the last thing I would be impressed by would be one of those chill iguanas that just sort of sits on your shoulder. Oh my god.
This feels like he's gonna get an iguana. I do feel like he's now going to show up with an iguana or some sort of chill lizard.
That was the thinking. I just wanted to see a lizard on my screen, so hopefully that's what happens.
What if he shows up with a not chill iguana, like a very agitated iguana instead?
No points.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
Let's Homer ride on him, so he's got to be pretty chill.
That's a pretty chill lizard.
That's
Noah?
pretty good. I'll take it.
You said that's pretty good, but your voice and face don't say that's pretty good.
I was really excited to see a living lizard, but I will take a simulacrum.
Okay. We're going to count that. We're going to say that's good enough for this one. Will, I think that you triumphed over adversity, as people in the chat are saying. You had an uphill battle, and you still managed to come up with answers for all of them. The key is that you finished the race. So we're going to see you both again in the final round, like I said, and we're actually going to switch teams for the final round. So we're going to have Will and Katie and Noah and Katie. Man. But in the meantime, we are going to now move into another one of our regular segments. It wouldn't be the show if we didn't share a moment with the first person to be a regular on the show, the first person who was so engaging that we just gave her her own segment. She's a kindergarten teacher as well. She's a kindergarten teacher in Brooklyn, New York. And the first time she was on the show, she shared a talent, which was removing one of her teeth and then putting it back in. And from there, she showed us all sorts of puppets that she's made. She's expanded our world. She taught us about worms. She kept the whole vermiculture thing for her students, and we got to see that. And you never know what Melissa's going to pull out, but we do know that it is now Melissa's Craft Corner. So let's go to Melissa's Craft Corner. Here we go. Melissa Farron, we're going to bring you in. Come on down, Melissa. You are already here. Melissa's Craft Corner. All right. Melissa's popping in. And who knows? Who knows what we're going to see today? Okay.
Okay. You see? Okay. Hi.
Yeah, we can see you. I'm going to make you full screen now. Hi, Melissa.
Hi. So wait, now I don't see myself though. Hold on.
Oh, we see you though.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. So yes, here's my presidential tattoo. It's Theodore Roosevelt's signature.
Wow.
Like a picture of it. I didn't like see him. I was like, anyways, I got it when I taught 4th grade because it was the year that the election happened, and my class became obsessed with the president. Fights would break out over presidents, and so I got it. Anyways, This
I
week,
can imagine. I bet you Will is going to be very excited about that as a history teacher and a presidential expert.
we were obsessed with the presidents. Like we had a president fair. Like it was crazy. Like it got nuts. It got nuts. Will, you and I should connect about this later. But here's the thing. This week's craft is dealing with one of my former students, Cameron. When the pandemic hit, oh, by the way, this is my regular, right? Every week I come to this show.
Yes.
Guess what? I've got another weekly thing. It's Cameron's animal presentations. Okay, so Cameron is a former student of mine. She's going into 2nd grade now. And every week since this all started, she researches an animal and then has a presentation. So it's like family, it's her uncles, aunts, grandparents, family, friends, other teachers, like it's out of control. You've got things like one of her uncles is the MC. Another uncle only asks about animal poop. One grandpa gets crazy with the Zoom backgrounds, like it's really good. Like, oh, is it a tiger? Because he's gonna put Tony the Tiger in there. He's gonna have Tiger King. Oh, is it a bunny? Because the Playboy Bunny's coming out. Like he's on it. There's football rivalries. Like it is such a highlight. I am so honored to be a part of it. But then this week, I think we learned from last week, basically all I am 24/7 addicted to the TikTok. I was like, oh my God, I have to have something for the show, right? So I combined my 2 favorite things in the week. This week was flamingos. And I rolled up to the show yesterday wearing the flamingo hat.
Wow, love that. Beautiful hat.
I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
I'm impressed. It's interesting because you've gone from showing us hats for the box person that you made for your puppet box person.
Hairdos, not hats.
But now it's a hat for yourself, a flamingo for yourself. I feel like it is. It's really coming together. Beautiful. Yeah. Melissa, thanks for sharing. This was a great craft corner.
Great. Next week, I will be coming in from the Poconos as I'm visiting my mom. So you might hear screaming in the background.
All right. Well, I love that we're starting to get road dispatches. We have roving reporters for the show. Okay. Melissa, thank you so much. We'll see you next week in the Poconos.
Have a great week.
All right. And now let's go to, we have a special, since we have a history teacher and a kindergarten teacher playing rounds on the show, I have devised a special round for each of them that's going to test how much they know in their own subject area. So let's start with Will Bellamy, and let's see how much he knows about some history mysteries. So Will, I have pulled 3 moments from history that I find to be extremely hilarious and strange and unusual, and I want to see how much you know about them.
Okay, great.
Okay, first one. These are all kind of tied to this moment that we're currently in, which is, a lot of folks have been drawing parallels from what we're currently experiencing to the Spanish flu. But that wasn't actually the only disaster that took place in 1919. What catastrophe was Boston dealing with on January 15th of that year?
All the Duncans were closed at the same time.
It's kind of in that ballpark. It is kind of like that. I'll give you a hint. It was a great flood. Of what kind, though? It wasn't water.
A great flood of beer?
Of molasses. A giant molasses holding tank exploded, injuring more than 100 people and killing dozens. And that molasses that flowed through the streets in a molasses wave of destruction, the legend is that afterwards, for years, on hot summer days, you could smell molasses in Boston Harbor when the bricks heated up. And a fun fact about it is that actually that incident, the Great Molasses Flood, was the impetus for the development of standardized building codes in the United States. That was one of the first times where afterwards a city decided we have to have some rules because the molasses holding tanks are just exploding and killing people.
I love that.
Isn't that incredible? That's one of my favorite history facts around.
Yeah, I'm going to teach a whole class about it.
Oh, listen, Great Molasses Flood. Fantastic Wikipedia page. I also recommend that. Okay, next one. In 1856, an ambitious 18-year-old British student wanted to help stop a different disease that was ravaging the world, malaria. He tried to make the first artificial quinine, but instead he ended up only making a thick sludge. Why, though, did that sludge end up making him an incredibly rich man? He ended up creating the first what? Not artificial quinine.
Because it was probably delicious.
I'll give you a hint. It has a lot to do with the clothes that you're wearing and the chair that you're sitting in.
The first artificial stuffing?
First artificial dye. The first artificial dye, he created the color mauve. It was the first time that they hadn't used vegetables or fruits or something like that to do it. Pretty incredible. And he became very, very rich. So you never know. Sometimes failures can be success. But I do like the first artificial stuffing. I love that. I wonder who invented it. And now, last one. These are hard. These are very hard. At the 1904 Olympics in St. Louis, the first place finisher drove most of the course in a car. This is true. He drove most of the race in a car and then got out. But that wasn't even the weirdest thing. What did the second place finisher eat to try and give himself an advantage?
I'll
give you a hint.
Okay.
If you don't already know this story, I thought you might already know. Potential.
I wish I did.
His body was vermin free afterwards.
He ate rat poison?
That is exactly correct. He ate strychnine thinking that it would be a performance enhancing drug. Instead, it is rat poison, and he was carried over the finish line by his coaches. Probably the strangest Olympic event in history, in my opinion.
But he still came in second?
He still came in second. The guy in third was a Cuban racer who didn't have racing clothes, so was racing in a suit and dress shoes. It was apparently a very strange year in St. Louis, 1904, the Olympics.
Yeah.
It was the sloppy Olympics. So, Will, those are some of my favorite history moments. What's your favorite strange moment in history? I feel like you know so many.
Oh man, my favorite strange moment in history. I'm fascinated by this story about Chester A. Arthur, that he used to wear 18 pairs of pants a day. He like had a thing where he'd be like working in the Oval Office, and then he would just go into another room and just come back with different pants on. And I've never found any more information about why that might be.
And was he wearing layers of pants, like 18 layers of pants, or he would just constantly be switching his pants?
He was known for being a dandy, and so he liked a good costume change, as of course do I.
Wow, I love that. That is fantastic. That's an incredible fact that I didn't know, and I really I love. Thanks for sharing that one.
Maybe Melissa can get a Chester Arthur tattoo as well.
Yo, yes, Melissa, that's your next tattoo. Okay, Will, we're going to see you in just a moment for the final competition, but now let's test Katie in her own challenge, raising the level of difficulty on each of them in their own fields. Katie, I'm going to bring you in, and this is going to be a test on your kindergarten knowledge. So let's see. Katie, now obviously it's a lot easier to pull very hard history facts than it is to pull very difficult kindergarten facts. But trying to challenge you, trying to keep you on your toes. Let's see how you do with these. So yours is kindergarten graduates. So each of these is going to be using some of the syllables and some of the sounds, and it's a riddle. All right, first one. Where does a snail go when it breaks the law?
With an AI?
Snail jail. Snail jail.
Oh.
Okay, next one.
Sorry,
what do you call a
that was
skinny
bad.
bird?
Skinny.
They're going to share the same letters in there.
Cow?
A skinny cow? Nope. A narrow sparrow.
Oh, Chris, this is bad.
Yes, these are horrible jokes, but I feel like they're kindergarten level riddles.
But
Okay,
maybe
last
not.
one. What do you call a little hen with a cold?
A sick chick.
There we go. You got one. All right. So far, what I think we've established is that both on history and on kindergarten, I am very bad at scoping what level things should have been at. These neither of these challenges was fair in any way.
And I'm drunk.
Okay, well, yes, I would say even not drunk. I think drunk might have helped you on this one. Okay, we are going to now go into our final challenge. So our final challenge is called technical difficulties. So here's how technical difficulties works. I'm going to mute you, Katie, and you're going to be paired with Noah. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have you try and get Noah to name as many things in a category as possible. So for example, if the category was trees, you have to act it out. You have to show it to him or somehow get him to say it you won't be able to talk because you're muted. And then you'll get a point for each type of tree that he names in that. So oak, elm, beech, all of that. But that's not going to be your category.
Acted out a tree. Okay.
Well, or show them. A lot of times the things that work best in this are showing versions of it or drawing. I wouldn't give you trees. That's too hard. But Noah, we're gonna have you come in. You're teaming up with Katie for this final round, technical difficulties. And you're just gonna be trying to say as many things in this category as possible in 1 minute. It's gonna be a challenge. Katie,
Sweet.
I'm gonna mute you, and I'm going to ask you, Noah, to turn around so you can't see the screen. Okay, Katie, your category is going to be, category you're trying to get Noah to name things in is, okay, thumbs up. Okay, great. So we're gonna bring this back. Noah, you can see, I'm gonna drop my video out, and in 3, 2, 1, time starts. Let's see how many you can get.
Okay.
First, you got to guess the category.
See.
We can see you.
Exercise.
Yes, yes. Now name as many as you can. And Katie, keep
Okay.
helping him.
Jumping jacks.
No, you can say any. You don't have to see them.
Jogging, burpees, treadmill, boxing, jazzercise, aerobics, doing Taibo, taekwondo,
30 seconds.
running stairs, lifting weights, baseball. Baseball's great exercise.
15.
You could do basketball. You could do also skateboarding is exercise technically. And
5.
also rowing in a boat. And also
And time. Excellent work. Excellent work, both of you. By my count, you got 18. That was a solid number. And Katie, you got a workout there. That's a serious workout. Very impressive. Noah, what do you think? That was pretty good.
I well done on the charades. Unfortunately, I'm not. I never exercise, so I was not prepared.
We could tell by the fact that you you ran out of steam real soon, and then when you said baseball is exercise, that really gave it away. Yes.
Baseball is great exercise.
Let's see if Will and Katie can beat 17. That's the number to beat. Okay. We're going to bring them back in. We're going to see who is the champion who's going to win the grand prize today. So let's bring Will Bellamy back in, and let's bring Katie Yeiser back in. So Will, you're going to get muted. You understand what you're going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Katie Yeiser, can you turn around so you don't see what the category is? Okay, the category, Will, that you're going to be trying to go for.
Okay.
Now, remember, you can hold things up and show them. You just can't say them. So you can literally hold them up. Okay. All right. Katie, turn back around. Your time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Books.
Okay. Yes.
Like what? Not nonfiction, horror. Is it like types of books or authors? Book titles?
There you go. Now name as many as you can.
Oh shit.
He's holding them up. Just say them.
Willy Wonka and the Charlie Factory. Matilda. Brothers Karamazov. Killing Rage. The Argonauts. Abraham Lincoln book. This is gonna take too long.
Keep naming them.
Journey. Colson Whitehead.
15 seconds.
Cornbread Mafia. Between Two Worlds. The Great Gatsby. I don't know that one.
10 seconds.
That's the Life of Frederick Douglass. A Short History of England. A Short History of Portugal. I have that book.
3, 2, 1. Oh, so close. By my count, you got to 13. Oh, and we destroyed Will Bellamy's house. Will, show us that pile of books on the floor.
Oh man. Well, there's some on the floor. There's some on my bed.
Yes, this was incredible. Katie, your true panic at hearing that you're going to have to name book titles. Will, incredible, just machine gunning of books past the screen.
Thank you.
Yesterday I organized all my books to like take with me in my move, and I should have made sure to remember every book
You should have memorized every book's title. That's what they always say before a move.
Yeah. Dang.
Well, Will, thank you so much for playing. Katie, thank you so much for playing. I'm going to bring.
That Noah's sports team should not count as exercises.
Yes, I do think that's probably true. Okay, we're going to bring in Katie Willett because we're actually out of time. You're our final. You won the grand prize, Katie. So, Katie, here's how the grand prize works. The grand prize on Come On Down, You're Already Here is a single sheet of autographed toilet paper. That's right. Now, originally, the prize used to be that I would autograph the toilet paper as myself, and you'd get just a signed sheet of toilet paper from me. But now, as the show has developed and grown, people who have been watching have decided that it always has to be signed by me, but it doesn't have to be signed as me. So now, many people have me sign it as a different celebrity, and then I actually mail it to you through the mail. People have signed versions. I've signed it as Hugh Jackman. I've signed it as God. I've signed it as the president because people then wanted to use the actual toilet paper.
Will you sign it as John Clark?
I will absolutely sign it as the principal of your school, John Clark. No questions asked. The head of the network.
John Clark and then Kimberly Clark underneath for like the toilet paper company.
100%. I will sign it as the couple that runs the network that you work for. That's perfect. I will sign it and send it to you.
They have nothing to do with the toilet paper.
That's perfect. Congratulations, Katie. Thanks so much to everyone for watching. Thank you so much to Will Bellamy. Thank you so much to Melissa. Thank you so much to Sheena. Thank you so much to Katie Iser, to Noah Presswitch. Again, if you are one of the people who last week was asking about the mugs that people made, I am figuring that out. I hope to have merch for you. Although so far, people have just made their own merch, which is hilarious to me. But thank you so much for watching. If you had fun and you want to have a custom version of this for your company or for a group of friends, that's something that actually I'm shocked by, but we actually do. So email me, that's possible. And please remember, the show is free, but we are trying to raise money for a very good cause. So please, if you can, give money to the National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network. I'm going to leave that up, but this is the end of the show. Thanks so much. Have a great week. Stay safe out there, everybody. Bye. Bye.